still wearing some mud from testing and the run and gun that we did. You may have seen the video, the GSG 16. Hi guys, this is Racknload, and this is a real fun 22LR plinker. Real good fun, real good fun. Bear in mind, right, before people say, oh, you can't use that in competition, all this sort of stuff. Yeah, I know, this is a fun gun plinker, okay? It is sub £500 here in the UK. This is one of the first ones in the UK here at the Rat Cave, kindly on loan from Edgar Brothers here in the UK. They sent me one of the first ones before the shops had even got them. So pretty privileged to sort of, you know, have one of these in test here in the UK. Right, where do we begin? Well, first of all, sit back, relax. This is going to be quite a long video because quite a bit to talk about, and I'm going to throw a few other guns in the mix just to sort of add to the fun. But first of all, let me throw out the specs, because of course you want to know the specs. First of all then, so it's 22LR, I've already said that. Overall length is 34.18 inches, okay. Weight, well, barrel length is 16, hence GSG 16. It's got a 16-inch barrel. That is not a moderator. That is all barrel, and I'll show you something quite good about the barrel in a minute. Rifling in the barrel, excuse me, I've got a bit of cold. 6 grooves in the barrel. Weight with an empty magazine is 5.84 pounds. Without a magazine is 5.62 pounds. Magazine weight, empty, God, we've got some right specs here, is 4 ounces. Trigger pull, 5.5 pounds, we'll pull that anyway. Mag capacity, 22 rounds. So that's, you know, a lot of people like 25, but it's 22. It's 22 round magazine. Now, I'm not going to compare this to the original GSG, what was it, the GSG 522 or 522, I can't remember what it was. I was going to get one, like the original one, to sort of compare it or whatever, but I thought, no, do you know what, this is, this GSG 16 has got a lot of improvements internally and externally. Excuse me. And, oh, I'm losing my voice already. And it is a lot more reliable, and it will sort of stand the test of time a lot more than the original. And one of the main reasons for that is it's got a proper barrel on it. Cold hammer forged barrel. That is just carbon, by the way. Not a sleeved barrel, sort of drinking straw barrel, a proper cold hammer forged barrel, okay? So that alone is a winner in my book. Absolutely, because that always put me off the old GSGs, was just the drinking straw sleeve barrel. It was just, why do it? Why do it? But anyway, let's have a closer look at this thing. By the way, in case you are wondering, it is wearing an Aimpoint Acro C1, which is the smallest enclosed red dot on the market. Separate video coming out for that, so I'm not going to tell you too much about that. So let's take it from the top then with the GSG 16. First of all, we'll talk about the magazines. Polymer magazines, got a thumb follower there, so I do like that. Pretty easy to load, even if you're wearing gloves, it's nice and easy to load. So can't really fault the magazines, you know, really quite good. Pretty tough as well. I had no issues with the magazines. And a good thing about it as well, which we'll bounce around this review just to add to the fun. You've got storage area for a spare magazine in the stock. How cool is that? You just pull it out. No, it doesn't sort of lock in place where you've got to sort of press a mag release, so to speak. How cool is that? See, this thing will carry a spare magazine. Okay, so that is pretty damn awesome. Move that out of the way. So let's take it from the start, which kind of, but like I say, we'll just bounce around in this this review. We don't want to be too sort of regimental. So, collapsible magazine. So let's, collapsible magazine. Collapsible stock. Okay, that's at its max length, okay? So, I've got pretty long arms. That was, you know, it felt all right for me. I'll sort of shoulder it. I know you can't see me. Yeah, that was about right. Yeah, about right for me. But, like I said, you can sort of almost use this thing like a pistol if you so wish. All polymer. The whole gun, actually, is polymer. Well, mostly it's polymer. All the external stuff is. I've not got a problem with polymer. You know, well, you've only got to look at the Smith & Wesson 1522, haven't you? Why would you have a problem with polymer? There's not a problem, is there, with polymer at all? All the Chris guys will be like, I prefer Chris, you know, it's metal, it feels more real. Anyway, the GSG 16 is what it is. All polymer. Mostly polymer. Collapsible stock, that is your adjustment there, your lever to sort of collapse the stock. Bit of sort of texturing on the sort of like the butt pad. It's not a pad, so to speak. It is just sort of made out of the same material as the rest of the stock. It's just hard polymer. Then, like I said, you've got an area there to store a magazine, which is really cool. Bit of Picatinny rail there on the top of the stock. What you would put on there, I don't know, unless you can get some sort of pad that maybe you can put on there, probably. Would you do that? Maybe you could, I don't know. Yeah, I probably would, to be fair. But like I said, this is not a competition rimfire rifle. It's a fun plinker, okay? So you ain't really got to sort of throw on all the high spec stuff, you know, that you need, although it is wearing an aim point. Yeah, I get that. But no, it is just a real fun gun. Now moving along to the pistol grip. So it's very MP5 looking, although it is not a copy of the MP5 because HK would get a little bit mardy with GSG. So they've had to make it look slightly different, okay? But yeah, the pistol grip, very nice. Again, all polymer. You've got like these finger grips there. Really nice on the pistol grip. Ambidextrous. A lot of this gun, well, in fact, all of this gun is ambidextrous. Okay, so you've got ambidextrous safety catch there, which is nice and positive and very clear. Same on the other side. And then the magazine release is obviously ambidextrous because it's that. I'll try and get it on camera for you. So that's your mag release there, that lever there. So that's nice and easy. You can even press that if you want to. If you're that used to AR-15s, you want to press that, then so be it. The bolt is slightly different, I believe, to the previous GSG. Slight improvements. Did I have any problems while we talk about the bolt? Did I have any problems shooting this? I had the odd failure to feed or double feed. I think, to be fair, that is because this is a test gun and it is pretty damn dirty in there. So I think it was kind of overdue a clean, to be fair. But no, probably, I don't know, out of how many rounds did I put through? It's probably put about 400 rounds through this. I probably had about, I don't know, four, let's say, all right, let's say half a dozen failure to feeds, just for argument's sake. And I was using quite a lot of low velocity, subsonic ammunition, which you're kind of not supposed to. It does prefer, I say not supposed to, it does say use high velocity rounds. you know, and you'll get more reliability out of it. So the SK ammo that I was using, I think it was choking every so often on them. CCI Minimags, it was just pushing them out the barrel, no problem whatsoever, no problems feeding them. It was just rocking them things all day long. High velocities, so, you know, solid points as well. I mean, solid points are always a better, I'm saying that because I tend to, I have a lot of hollow points in stock sometimes, and yeah, they're not the best hollow points to use in a semi-auto because of the shape of the, you know, the nose of the bullet. It can kind of give you issues sometimes. So solid point CCI Minimags, no problem. High velocity ones, you know, I mean, it even does say HV there, look. So I think they're just recommending that you use high velocity ammo. I've got a bit of straw on my rack table here, on the review table. Don't know how that's got there. They're moving along to, like I say, the well, you've got the trigger again. It looks very MP5 like, although we can't really say that. Magazine, well, again, all polymer. Moving on to the fore end, you've got like a quad Picatinny rail here, but these are actually screwed onto like an M-lock fore end, so you can take them off, which is nice. So they're not sort of molded in. You can take them off and, you know, make this thing a little bit thinner if you want, the profile of it. So, you know, options. Big rail along the top, as you can see. Sights, pretty basic. Okay, there's your front sight, post there, and like a ghost sight there, ghost ring sight there. Yeah, pretty cool, but like I said, I was using the same, and I was, you know, rocking that. I could, to be fair, co-witness it with the setup that we've got here, because there's a B&T mount on there, so you can co-witness the iron sights, or sort of just use the red dot. But I was using the red dot because that is a sweet bit of kit. Really cool. Charging handle, again, very MP5 like. You can even do the HK slap. Okay, you've seen me do that in the video. What I do like about this as well is it's fully ambidextrous, so you can actually take, I think you take this section of the rail off, excuse me, and you can basically swap it around, so it is fully ambidextrous. But I was just using it as it was. But that is your charging handle there. That is actually metal, so really cool. Serious fun gun to shoot. Good ejection as well when firing it. You know, no problems with spent cases, you know, not going far enough. It was chucking them out of the way far enough and not sort of over your head and down your back or anything like that. And then moving on to, like I said, barrel. We've already mentioned the barrel. This, like I said, is not a suppressor, okay? It's not a suppressor. It is a barrel shroud. Is it undoing? No, it's not. You can take it off, but...
Doing it all wrong, aren't
oh yeah, here we go. There we go. Pulled it off. So there's the actual barrel. So it's a lot thicker. Excuse all that. That's just carbon on the end of there. There's nothing wrong with the barrel. It's a lot thicker than the original
long range
barrel of the GSG. Was it 522? I get that mixed up, you know, with like the SIG 522. But yeah, just a better barrel, basically. That's it, that's on. So a better barrel, which, you know, will give you better accuracy and sort of longevity as far as, you know, where the life of the gun goes, I guess. I mean, the original ones with that drinking straw barrel, I mean, were they, how many rounds would you put through one of them before you'd start having issues with the barrel? I don't know. Probably not as much, well, definitely not as much as this, you know. I mean, I know, for example, Smith & Wessons that have done 10,000 rounds. This one hasn't. Not yet. I will get it there sooner or later. But, you know, Smith & Wessons that have done 10,000 rounds plus, still going strong. You know, let's zoom out because I've got something else to show you. Give us a bit more room. So yeah, looking at the price difference between these two guns, we're just comparing them now. Because, like I said, it is what it is. It's a fun plinker. The 1522, yeah, it's a fun plinker. It's an AR-15 platform, so a lot of people use these for training. UK's number one, Josh Hicks, he uses 1522 for his competition mini rifle, and he's number one. So that speaks for itself as far as the 1522 goes. You've got old classics, and I'll say old classics because this is an old classic. And these used to be the number one reliable semi-auto 2.2. The SIG 522. Sorry, GSG, I'm sorry, kind of putting that over you. These used to be the most reliable things you could get. They'd just chew through any ammo, but then they stopped making them, and I really don't know why. Really don't know why they stopped making these things, because these really were cool. This is on loan from a friend. It's had a few sort of aftermarket bits put on it, as you can see. This front rail is mega beefy. It's a bit loose actually, that probably don't help matters. Aftermarket barrel as well, thicker barrel, heavier barrel. But yeah, that is a pretty cool, you know, these were really, really cool back in the day. When they first come out, they were, you know, I've seen on various videos on YouTube, they were just the most reliable 2.2 going. But I think, to be fair, everyone comes back to the 1522, you know, the sport version, the latest version. Oh, you just gotta love the 1522, haven't you? But like I said, for the price point, and you want a fun plinker, you are not going to go wrong with this little beauty. Like I said, now that they've done that barrel, it's way, way better. Way better. Let's put the magazine in, just make it look cool. But isn't that a cool looking little gun? You know, guys will have some serious fun with this thing. Serious fun. Yeah, you can use it for mini rifle competitions. Of course you can. Of course you can. Feed it the right ammo. You know, this thing will rock. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. But just a real fun little rifle for under £500 here in the UK. You know, you really can't go wrong. Right, let's have a look at, shall I show you the box? The box is pretty boring, but we don't care. It's a cardboard box. We don't want one of those plastic boxes, do we, that will just end up in your attic not doing anything. We want a cardboard box that we can just recycle. Yeah, Racknload, I'm going green. Right. I think I've had Greta Thunberg on my back, you know, for firing all these high caliber rifles and stuff, destroying the ozone layer with all the gunpowder. Let's have a look at the manual. I've got to say, I am impressed with the manual. Really impressed with it. Very clear. I do like a good manual, you know me, guys. Very clear pictures, diagrams, photographs, bit of colour as well. Just a real good manual. Tells you everything you need to know. Loading, unloading, sight adjustment, maintenance. I'm not going to strip it down. I'm not going to, you know what I'm like, guys. It's stripping guns down on camera. It just goes absolutely wrong all the time. So I ain't going to do it. But you do literally just take a pin out, take the stock off, and it just all falls to bits. And you can clean it up and stuff. And that's what this thing does need. It needs damn good clean, to be fair. It tells you how to put it back together. That's the bit I'd be reading mostly. Yeah, it gives you even some troubleshooting tips as well. But just a real good manual. Exploded diagrams, I love them. Absolutely love them. Trigger assembly, got the main rifle there, stripped. Trigger assembly, even the magazines. Brilliant. Top notch on the manual GSG. Really impressed with that. Shall we give the trigger a pull? Just for fun. I know it's not a competition trigger. I know that. I know it's not. Just double check it's clear. I know it's clear, but I'm just double checking. Oh, I'm ill prepared. What have I done with my trigger got? My trigger pull. Here it is. I've not even prepared, guys. You know what I'm like. You just got to roll with it. Just adds to the fun. How fast can I put my trigger puller together? Super fast, super fast. This way I'll find out the battery's gone or something daft. Right. So let's give the trigger a pull. Hang on. So what were they saying in the manual? Something like £5 or something? £5.5? Let's give it a pull. Just for you trigger snobs. Why ain't that going then? It's because it's not got the magazine in. I should know that, shouldn't I? Let's try again. Right, let's give it a go. Oh, £5, 13 ounces. Oh, that'll do. Who's going to be bothered about a trigger on a plinking gun? Seriously, no one's going to be bothered. It is a nice little trigger. Look at the footage. You know, I was shooting steels with this. I was running and gunning. Just a great little gun. Oh, seriously, just some serious fun with this thing. You know, the trigger felt pretty damn good. Nice and crisp. You know, it did the job. You know, at the end of the day, it's the go button and it was making it go. Certainly was. Firing this on Double Juice's indoor range as well. Got to give them a shout out. Double Juice. Shooting it sort of in controlled conditions there. Push some rounds through it on that range as well. Doing a bit of paper punching, as you can see. That was quite fun. That range is about 20 yards. I think it's just under actually. Sort of shooting this thing, kind of like freehand. Getting some nice little groups with the red dot, you know, but it's not a target gun, is it? It's a plinking gun, so that's what you got to remember. But yeah, I'm impressed. For what are they? They're around the £450 mark. These are here in the UK. I need to clean that mud off before this thing goes back. Else Edgar Brothers are not going to ever lend me anything again. You really can't go wrong, can you? If you want the MP5 look, the HK look. And a fun semi-auto 212LR, you know, for some serious fun plinking, then, you know, this thing is really cool for the money. Really cool for the money. Like I said, if you want to go competition, then, you know, you go for a Smith, don't you? Or you go for a Chris. I've not got one of them here. Or you go for a Tipman. You know, if you want AR-15. But the GSG 16 is its own thing, if that makes sense. So, but anyway, guys, that is it. That is your Racknload review of the GSG 16. I think I've covered everything. Let me just have a quick look. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. Anything I've missed, I'll put in the details down below of the video. But that is Racknload. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.